Hi students, good morning. So my name is Fanindra and I am lecturer in physics in Vignan Institutions. So let us continue our discussion regarding the chapter magnetism and matter. So in our last discussion or last session of our video, we have calculated the magnetic dipole moment of a bar magnet and what is the resultant magnetic dipole moment when it is cut into pieces and the resultant magnetic dipole moment when it is bent. In this session of video, so let us discuss what is the resultant magnetic dipole moment when two or more magnets are combined, or the resultant magnetic dipole moment due to the combination of magnets. Okay, the resultant magnetic dipole moment due to the combination of magnets. So here we consider two bar magnets whose dipole moment are M1 and M2. Now, by combining these two bar magnets, we need to calculate the resultant magnetic dipole moment. So, in the first case, let the two like poles touch each other, making an angle theta. So, the two poles will be like this. This is south pole and this is the north pole, and another magnet is placed here, south pole and north pole, making an angle theta. So you can see here the two like poles touch each other such that they are making an angle theta. Here let it the first magnet whose magnetic dipole moment is M1 and second magnet has a magnetic dipole moment M2. So combining these two magnets, placing them at an angle theta. The direction of the magnetic dipole moment, we know that it is from the south pole to north pole. South pole to north pole. Here the two dipole moments of the two bar magnets M1 and M2 making an angle theta. From the parallelogram law of vectors, the two vectors are making an angle theta. Then the resultant magnitude is R is equal to root over P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta, as we have discussed in our first year in the chapter of motion in a plane. So from that, as these two vectors M1 and M2 are the two vectors making an angle theta, so the resultant magnetic dipole moment M is equal to root over M1 square plus M2 square plus 2M1 M2 cos theta. So this is the resultant magnetic dipole moment by combining these two magnets, making an angle theta such that the like poles touch each other. What happens if unlike poles touch each other? So in this case, in the first case, we have discussed that the two like poles are joined, touching each other. What happens if unlike poles are touch each other? So let us see. So this is the magnet, first magnet, south pole and north pole. So in this second case, unlike poles are touching each other. So by considering the second magnet, so this is the north pole and this is the south pole. Here the angle is theta. So by specifying the direction of the magnetic dipole moment M1, the direction is from south pole to north pole in this manner. And for the second magnet also, magnetic dipole moment is M2 and the direction is like this, south pole to north pole. So here the angle between these two vectors M1 bar and M2 bar is theta. But to use or apply parallelogram law of vectors, the two vectors should be originated from same point or drawn from the same point. So we need to calculate what is the angle here. So in the first case, as both are originated from the same point, we calculated the theta. But in this case, so one of the vector is downwards, another vector is like this. So here given that the angle between the two magnets is theta. If it is theta, the remaining will be 180 minus theta. By substituting the value, m dash is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos 180 minus theta. What is cos 180 minus theta? Minus cos theta. So m dash is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square minus 2m1 m2 cos theta. Clear? So from these 2 points we can solve the problems by combining if they are given at any angle. If the like poles touching each other or unlike poles touching each other, by the value given in the problem we can solve this manner by using these formulas. Simply we substituted the basics of a vector addition from the parallelogram law of vectors. So the two formulas when like poles touch each other and when unlike poles touch each other are like this. Okay, let's move on to the next case. So if the two magnets of magnetic dipole moment m1 and m2 are placed coaxially, that is one after the another, when like poles touching each other. So if like poles are touching each other means like this. So this is the south pole, this is the north pole. So these two magnets are placed coaxially like this with like poles means north pole and south pole, right? So this is the first magnet whose magnetic dipole moment is m1 and the direction of the magnetic dipole is from south pole to north pole in this manner, and the second magnetic dipole moment is m2 whose direction is from south pole to north pole. Here the angle between them two is, as they are placed coaxially and one after the another, so angle will be equal to theta is equal to 180 degrees. Theta is equal to 180 degrees. So by substituting the value in the previous formula, the resultant magnetic field M is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos theta. Instead of theta, that is 180. We know that the value of cos 180 is minus 1. So that is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square minus 2m1 m2. So you can observe here the formula is similar to a square plus b square minus 2ab, which is a minus b whole square. So m is equal to root over m1 minus m2 whole square. A square and root get cancelled. So m is equal to m1 minus m2. M is equal to m1 minus m2. Okay. So what if the case if unlike poles are touch each other? If the two bar magnets are placed coaxially and two unlike poles are touching each other, which means the case will be like this. So this is the first bar magnet whose south pole to north pole, and another magnet placed coaxially with unlike poles. So it is south pole and it is north pole. So first magnetic dipole moment will be m1 and the direction is from south to north. For the second one it is m2, the direction will be from south to north. As this placed coaxially, so the angle here will be theta is equal to 0 degrees. Right, as they are placed coaxially, you can observe here theta is 0 degrees. So substituting in the formula, m is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos 0. The value of cos 0 is 1. Therefore, m is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2. which is the formula for m plus 1 whole square. Therefore, resultant will be m1 plus m2. By simplifying the above equation, we can get that new magnetic dipole moment will be m1 plus m2. When placed coaxially with like poles touching each other, unlike poles touching each other. Here, like poles touch each other. There, unlike poles are touching each other. So these are the two cases. Okay. Okay, students. Now let us move on to our next cases. What happens to the magnetic dipole moment when these two bar magnets are placed one above the another? So let us see the cases if like poles touching each other and unlike poles touching each other. So first case, the like poles touching each other. So this is the first magnet and it is south pole, north pole, and the second magnet will be like this. South pole, north pole. It is placed one after the another. Here magnetic dipole moment is m1 and the direction is from south to north. The magnetic dipole moment is m2, direction is from south to north. Okay. From this, what is the angle between these two vectors? Theta is equal to 0. So the resultant magnetic moment m is equal to, by substituting in the formula, m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos theta. What happens if we substitute in theta is equal to 0? I have solved in our previous problem. So m is equal to, I'm directly writing the answer, m is equal to m1 plus. So if the two bar magnets are placed one above the another such that the like poles are touching each other, then the resultant magnetic field will be m is equal to m1 plus m2. Okay, what happens if unlike poles are touching each other? So this is the first magnet with south pole and the north pole, and this is the another magnet, north pole and the south pole. Here the two magnets are placed one over the another and the unlike poles are touching each other. So here the direction will be like this and here the direction will be in this manner. Let it be the first magnet m1, let it be the second magnet m2. Here the angle between these two vectors m1 bar and m2 bar is equal to, theta is equal to 180 degrees. Theta is equal to 180 degrees. So substituting in the formula, m is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos theta. Substituting the value of theta is equal to 180 degrees and solving, we will get m is equal to m1 minus m2. So the resultant magnetic field when two bar magnets are combined one above the another such that the like poles touching each other and unlike poles touching each other are given by the formulas. In this way, we can solve our problems. What happens to the resultant magnetic dipole moment when these two bar magnets are placed perpendicular to each other? So, if the two bar magnets are perpendicular to each other, that means this is the first magnet, north pole, south pole, which is placed perpendicular to each other like this, north pole and south pole. So this magnetic dipole moment is m1 and here magnetic dipole moment is m2. The direction is from south to north and south to north. So these are not only the cases for perpendicular to each other, or in the given question these magnets are placed like this, north pole, south pole, magnetic dipole moment of m1, direction placed perpendicularly. So north pole, south pole, direction. Or if the question is given like this, north pole, south pole, so in all these three cases, the two vectors m1 bar and m2 bar, here m2 and let it be the m1 and let it be the m2. In all these three cases, the two vectors are perpendicular to each other, m1 bar and m2 bar. So then the angle theta will be equal to 90 degrees. If the vectors are perpendicular to each other, then theta is equal to 90 degrees. So resultant magnetic dipole moment M is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos theta means 90. What is the value for cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. So the total value here will be 0. So m is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square. So this is the resultant magnetic dipole moment when the two bar magnets are placed perpendicular to each other. Okay. Now let us see what happens to the resultant bar magnets when three or more bar magnets are placed. In the given examples, let us consider identical bar magnets such that the magnetic dipole moment will be M and M are placed in the form of an equilateral triangle like this. Pole, south pole, north pole, south pole, north and south. Each has magnetic dipole moment equal, denoted by capital M and capital M. So we need to calculate the resultant magnetic dipole moment. So when these three bar magnets are placed in an equilateral triangle, let us denote the directions. So here from south to north, from south to north, from south to north. So we solved this such similar problems by using only vectors. So consider it as a vector only. Forget it about a magnet. Consider it as a three vectors which are placed in a equilateral triangle. So when placed in an equilateral triangle, here angle is theta is equal to 60 degrees. So as unlike poles are touching each other, the direction will be in this manner, and here the angle is 120 degrees. Clear? So the resultant magnetic moment for these two, only I am considering these two bar magnets. So m dash is equal to root over m square plus 2m into cos 120. So m dash is equal to root over m square plus m square. Cos 120 is minus 1 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled, minus m square. So this is cancelled, and m dash is equal to root over m square means m. So by using only these two magnets whose an angle of 60 degrees with unlike poles touching each other, the resultant bar magnet will be m dash is equal to m. So from parallelogram, the law of vectors, the direction of the resultant vector will be passing through like this. So which are similar here. You can observe. So from these two bar magnets are placed one above the another, right? Which are placed one above the another, and the directions are opposite. So as the directions, the angle between these two will be theta is equal to 180 degrees. So from these two vectors, the theta value is equal to 180 degrees. Are placed one above the another, right? So if they are placed one above the another, theta is equal to 180 means the resultant magnetic field m double dash is equal to m1 minus m2. m1 is m minus m2 is also m. So m double dash is equal to 0. So when three bar magnets, identical bar magnets, whose magnetic dipole moment is capital M, are placed in the form of an equilateral triangle, then the resultant magnetic dipole moment will be equal to 0. Similarly, if four magnets are placed in this form of a square, four identical bar magnets are placed in the form of a square. like this: north pole, south pole, south, north, south, north, south, north. So let us denote the directions. Is from south pole to north pole, it is also from south to north. The directions will be in this manner: direction of the magnetic dipole moment, which has each bar magnet has magnetic dipole moment of capital M, as they are four identical bar magnets. Then the resultant bar magnet will be, see from here you can observe, consider only two magnets at a time. So I am considering these two bar magnets. Later I will consider these two bar magnets. In the first case, as these two bar magnets, the resultant of these two bar magnets M1 is equal to, here similar, placed one above the another, and the angle is equal to theta is equal to 180 degrees. So cos 180 means 0, so M1 minus M2, M minus M, that is equal to 0. So resultant magnetic field due to these two bar magnets is 0. Similarly, resultant magnetic field, because these two bar magnets which are placed in horizontal direction, M2 is equal to, as these two are placed horizontally with unlike poles touching each other, therefore resultant will be M1 minus M2, so M minus M, simply 0. Therefore net resultant magnetic moment due to the four identical bar magnets placed in the form of a square is 0. Very simple. So you can simply choose a shortcut method. Here observe this: in this square in which four bar magnets are placed, so one is from south pole to north pole in the upward direction, and this is downward direction, equal opposite direction, then the resultant will be 0. So these two cancel each other. Similarly, in horizontal one, so one is towards the left, another is towards the right. Therefore these two also cancel each other. Therefore the resultant bar magnetic field, magnetic dipole moment, will be 0. Okay, so now let us move on to some problems, some previous problems, how they are asked. So from the, if we consider three magnets of magnetic dipole moment M1, M2, M3, which are placed in the form of a triangle. So I am drawing only the vectors. As it is south to north for the first magnet, and south to north for the second magnet, and south to north, only the direction of the magnetic dipole moment. Here the magnetic dipole moment is M. Here let it be the 2M. Here let it be the 3M. So how can we simplify this question? So we can solve this in a simple manner. So I am taking, we know that when three identical bar magnets are placed in equilateral triangle, the resultant magnetic field is 0. So I am taking an identical bar magnets south north, south north, south north. So M outside, plus with what are remaining here, 1M, and here is 2M. So can I calculate in this manner? So here is 2M and here is M, south north and south north, right? So I am simplifying the given question in this manner. As we know that from our previous discussion, if we have three identical bar magnets placed in the form of an equilateral triangle, then it will be 0. So it can be simplified in this manner. So here the resultant bar magnet is 0. So now we need to calculate resultant dipole moment for only this case. Here, as it is an equilateral triangle, it is 60 degrees, and here it will be, the angle will be 120 degrees. So the resultant magnetic dipole moment M dash is equal to root over M1 square. M1 square is nothing but 2m whole square plus m2, m square plus 2 into m1, 2m into m cos 120, which is nothing but cos 120 is minus 1 by 2. Here 2 gets cancelled. So m dash is equal to root over 4m square plus m square plus minus 2m square, which is nothing but m dash is equal to root over 3m square. Therefore m dash is equal to root 3m. The resultant magnetic dipole moment for a combination of magnets, the question is given like this: when placed in the form of an equilateral triangle, which magnetic dipole moments are m, 2m and 3m? Then the resultant magnetic dipole moment will be root 3m, which can be solved in this manner. Here the resultant will be 0. So we need to calculate only the magnetic dipole moment for the combination like this. So by substituting the formula, we can solve in this manner. So next, the question is given like this. So combination of bar magnets, 4 bar magnets placed in the form of a square. Right. Here it will be having m, 2m, 3m, 4m, and the directions are given like this. Directions of the magnetic dipole moment, which means south to north, south to north, south to north, south and north. The question is given like this. Here, in a similar manner as we observed before, we can simplify like this. So which can be equal to m, 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 m. I am taking out the one of the square whose magnetic dipole moments are equal. Then plus the remaining will be only here 3m. Sorry, it is m. 3m and it is 2m and m. So we know that if 4 identical bar magnets are placed in the form of a square, then the resultant will be 0. So here the value will be 0. So I need to calculate only the resultant for this condition. So it is also can be further simplified. Here its value will be 0. So it can be further simplified as this is m and this is 3m, both are placed one above the another in opposite directions. So only 2m is present. So which is equal to 2m and 2m. Right. Here both are placed perpendicular to each other. Therefore the resultant magnetic dipole moment will be m dash is equal to root over m1 square plus m2 square. That is 2m whole square plus 2m whole square. That is equal to root over 4m square plus 4m square. That is 8m square, or can also be 2 root 2m. So the resultant magnetic dipole moment when the 4 bar magnets of magnetic dipole moment m, 2m, 3m, 4m are connected in the form of a square, the resultant dipole moment will be 2 root 2m. Can be simplified in this manner. So very simple, you have to take the identical bar magnets outside. So whose resultant is 0. Therefore the remaining part will be in this manner. So from these two, 3m and m, both are placed one above the another and opposite directions, m1 minus m2. So 3m minus m, 2m, 2m, both are placed perpendicular to each other. So root over m1 square plus m2 square. Okay students, now let us move on to our next question. The question is given like this. 6 identical bar magnets are placed in this form. As they are identical, the dipole moment will be equal. So our first question is the resultant dipole moment is equal to what happens to the resultant dipole moment. So it can be calculated very simply. So you can observe these two, both are opposite directions, so cancel each other, 0. as the magnitude is equal. And in these two, the directions are opposite, magnitude equal 0. Similarly, in these two cases, the magnetic dipole moment will be 0 as magnitude equal opposite directions. Therefore, the total resultant magnetic dipole moment will be 0. Okay, simply by just observing the diagram, you can say it. So, my next question is, what is the resultant magnetic dipole moment if one magnet is removed? If one magnet is removed, so M1 is equal to, I need to calculate the resultant magnetic dipole moment if one magnet is removed. Consider this magnet is removed. This magnet is removed. So, avoiding this one, because of these two, resultant will be 0. Because of these two, resultant will be 0. The remaining magnet will be only this one. So, whose magnetic dipole moment is M? So, the resultant will be M. So, by observing only, we can answer these questions. And the next question is, if two adjacent magnets are removed. If two adjacent magnets are removed, consider these two magnets are removed. When these two bar magnets are removed, we have only 4. Out of these 4, these two are opposite, equal and opposite. Therefore, because of these two, resultant will be 0. The only remaining bar magnets are these two. Here, the angle between them is 120 degrees. Therefore, angle here will be equal to 60 degrees. Therefore, the resultant bar magnetic field will be, magnetic dipole moment will be M2 is equal to root over M1 square, M square plus 2M into MM square cos 60. The value of cos 60 is 1 by 2. Therefore, 2M square plus 2M square into 1 by 2. 2 gets cancelled. That is equal to 3M square, which is nothing but root 3M. So, if two bar magnets are removed, then the dipole moment will be root 3M. What happens if 3 adjacent bar magnets are removed? That is my question. So, by solving from the above cases, I think you are able to solve. If 3 magnets are removed, what happens? Then we need to calculate the resultant of 2 and then resultant of the first 2 and the third one. So I think you can able to calculate that one. So calculate. So my question, calculate if 3 adjacent magnets are removed, then what is the dipole moment? So our next question is like this. We have 5 identical bar magnets whose magnetic dipole moment is M and placed in such a manner that the angle is 60 degrees everywhere. Now we need to calculate the resultant magnetic dipole moment. So which can be simplified in this manner, which can be written like this. So you can observe all these 3 bar magnets has same directions. So we know that from there are vector sum whose placed one above the another with the angle between them is 0. Therefore, we can add it up, M1 plus M2 plus M3. So the resultant will be like this, the opposite direction. In this manner. So whose magnitude is 3M. Okay, now you can observe these two. As these two magnets are in same direction, placed one above the another, so the resultant will be M1 plus M2. Therefore, it is in this manner whose resultant is 2M. Given that angle between them here is 60 degrees. So, if you extend this, angle between them is 120 degrees. Right. By substituting in the formula, the resultant magnetic field M dash is equal to root over M square, that is 3M whole square plus 2M whole square plus 2 into 3M into 2M into cos 120. Root over m1 square plus m2 square plus 2m1 m2 cos theta. So m dash is equal to root over 9m square plus 4m square plus, it is cos 180 cos 120, it is minus 2 gets cancelled, 3 2s are 6 m square. By simplifying the MO equation we can get like this. Therefore m dash is equal to root over 7m square, that is equal to root 7. Okay, the question can be solved like this. So I think you are able to solve whenever the magnetic dipole magnetics by combination of different bar magnets are placed one above the another or at any angles or any shape. I think you are able to solve from this session. In our next video, by combination of one bar magnet and a U-shaped magnet, we can see in our next video.